Hi guys, Steph here. Okay, so today we've got for you a nice, interesting pen. But first of all, you have to excuse my dirty fingers. I've been using a black dye, and unfortunately it's been on my fingers now for 2 days, so excuse the dirty fingers. But as I said, we've got a lovely pen for you to show you, and some of you would have already seen it in my recent pen haul. Do you remember this pen here? Look at that. Very nice indeed, lovely marbling. It's a little bit on the tired side, which a lot of the pens are as well, and it just needs a little TLC. And after that TLC, look at the beauty now. What we've got for you here is the Burnham. It's a number 65, made in London, England. And how do I know that? Because if I show you the barrel imprint there, you can see it says Burnham number 65, London, England. So a lovely clear barrel imprint. Now the Burnham 65, I believe, was from around about 1940s, and I've heard somewhere that it was actually launched or made in competition with the Conway Stewart 60. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, because one thing I can tell you with this number 65, it's quite a substantial size pen. It's very nice indeed. Now this one, you can see to the bottom here, it's got this blind cap because it's a button-filled fountain pen. Now, they also made the exactly the same model, number 65, but with a lever fill. So you had the option of a lever fill, or as in this case, a button-filled fountain pen. Now, the size of it, from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, it's a lovely 138mm capped. And around the barrel, it's a nice chunky 12mm in diameter. We've got this gold plated, gold filled trim. You can see it's got quite a large cap band, as you can see there. And then if we take you up to the clip, you can see the very recognisable standard Burnham clip of that particular period. And then if we go to the very top, the cap stud there, I don't know if you can actually see it, but to the very top there, we've got this, it's like a stylised letter B to the very top there, to the stud or the rivet that's holding the clip that has the letters or the word Burnham running down the clip. So very, very nice indeed. Now, one thing I've noticed with this one, again, I believe it's from around about the 1940s, and maybe it's true that it was in competition with the Conway Stewart 60, because what I've noticed is the gold filled or the gold plate clip is a lot stronger in, if you like, in the plate than some of the later models. Some of the later models, some of you that know, you'll actually find them and they're actually silver because the gold plate was more or less a gold wash and it's literally just sort of rubbed off. On this one, I believe the plate was a lot thicker and it stood the time a lot better. As you can see, in this particular case, there's no wear and it's still nice and gold coloured. Okay, so maybe the earlier ones, the gold plated finish was a lot thicker than the later ones, which I called it the later one. I think they actually used what they term as a gold wash, and as I say, they tended to sort of fade, wear away very easily. And as I've just mentioned, you can see it's got a lovely quite a large cap band to the cap there. Now if we unscrew it for you, show you the pen in numerous different colours, different angles, but mentioning colours, you can see very clearly this one is this marbling green and black. So I'm assuming, I have actually seen a black version, but I'm assuming they may actually have made them in different marbling colours as well. But there's the section, you've got the threads, the section there, and then we've got this lovely Burnham 14 karat gold, and then to the very bottom it has the word osmiridium. Okay, so Burnham did actually make their own nibs, as you can see there. There's a nice sideways view for you, and then underneath we've got quite a plain feed, as you can see there. Although it's plain, you can see it's nice and clean, and it's ready to go to a new owner. Okay, I'm sure there's people out there that collect these Burnham pens. In fact, I think there's a gentleman in mind, a viewer, that he's actually bought Burnhams from me before. I'm sure he'd be delighted to actually add this one to his Burnham stable. Now just going back, I'm not going to fill the pen because I've put a brand new sack in the pen, but if we unscrew the blind cap here, there you go, you can see we've got this brass button. Okay, which in turn presses a bar inside, crushes the sack if you like, and in turn it actually fills the sack with ink. Okay, so I'm not going to fill it because we've put a brand new sack in it, but I'm interested to see how the pen actually writes. So let's do a dip test. So what we've got is a Burnham. As we said, this is the number 65, and it's made in London, England. It's writing very nicely indeed. It's got a little bit of spring to the nib. Although I say spring, I wouldn't say it's a flexy nib. Although there you go, if I'm putting a little bit of pressure on the downward stroke. Okay, we're getting a bit of a line variation, but all in all, a nice writer from this Burnham fountain pen. Very nice indeed. So let me just wipe that nib with some tissue. We'll clean that after the video and try and find a lovely home for this gorgeous pen. So there we have it. A very nice, slightly oversized, larger than sort of the normal size Burnham pens in my opinion. But this is the Burnham number 65. As you saw, it's a button filled fountain pen. It also came, I believe, in a lever fill, and I know it came in a standard black, so I'm assuming it may have came out in different coloured marbling as well. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoyed showing it to you. Don't forget, leave a comment down below. Don't be shy, give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. But for now, I'm just going to say Slava Ukraini from me and this beautiful pen. Bye bye for now.